really excited to represent Google here and talk about how Google can help in omnichannel journey.
ठीक है ठीक
I also
है
have
इनको
with
कुछ
me
दें खाने के
Mr.
लिए
Dati,
दें
who is our partner in Vietnam, representing Ansomi, which is our partner in data and digital marketing, who also share how they have been doing some work with some of the clients in Southeast Asia. So thank you. Really happy to be here. और मैंने चाय, coffee और खाना खा लिया, so you will find my energy up there. I will just start presenting my slides so that we can then take it from there. All right. Let me know if you can see it. I think it's up there. All right. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about, we just have about 20 minutes to go through this. I'll try to be quick and give you some punchy news and updates and tips on how we think an optimal omnichannel experience could work. And it just is not just about delivering a delightful experience, but what we also believe is it's about profitability. A successful omnichannel experience should also deliver business results for you guys. The agenda is we will share some of the stats that we're seeing in Southeast Asia particularly, and which are very much applicable to Pakistani market. Then we will talk about how to get best out of this in about 10 to 12 minutes. And then Mr. Dati will share about the case study that we have done with them to answer. All right. So first of all, I think we all know this, and you have heard it from the panelists. The linear consumer journey is a false concept. So when we think about as marketeers or salespeople on how do consumers and users buy our products or interact with them, we think about the traditional marketing funnel, which starts from awareness, goes to consideration, comes to experiencing the product, buying it in store, and then becoming a loyal customer. लेकिन reality में ऐसा नहीं होता. Reality में you first hear about the product either from an advertisement or one of your friends. You go out on the street, you see another billboard of that. You open YouTube, you see an ad of that. You are sitting with a friends, group of friends, and then they talk about it, and then it piques your interest again. And even that, at that point in time, you're not thinking of buying it. Then you happen to be in a mall, you go in a mall, you see that store, you walk in, you check that product out, still you're not sure. You go on your phone, you read a few comments, you read a blog, you look at their website, check out the prices of competitors, and you say, maybe you're back home, you're again going through that process, right? So it's not a linear journey. There are so many touch points, and Umair and Imad were also talking about it. There are so many touch points, and there are so many avenues of your company or your brand making an impact in a positive way or a negative way. So it's a zigzag. It's a jungle of interactions that happen in a consumer journey, and we have to master all of it in order to deliver a brilliant omnichannel customer experience. And omnichannel has become a new norm. What we have seen after pandemic is that there are no more lines between online and offline. 7 out of 10 people have adopted an omni-channel approach in their product research and purchase. 73% of Southeast Asia sales can be attributed to omni-channel discovery and purchase. There's only 22% which is entirely online, and there's only 5% which is entirely offline. That does not mean that only 5% of the sales are happening offline. What it means is that those offline sales that we see today, they have a significant involvement of an omni-channel engagement from the user side, be it on internet, be it on some of the media platforms, be it talking to people, and so on and so forth. It's pervasive. Second thing, what we have noticed is that people who are exposed, or the shoppers who are exposed to both online and offline touch points, spend more. Somewhere in the range of 150% to 250%, depending on
on the country and the geography and the product verticals, but they are spending significantly more than people who are just exposed to one of the channels. They are also more loyal. 23% of these omni-channel shoppers are repeat purchasers. Another couple of stats, 90% referred to at least one digital channel during their overall research journey. So 90% of the people were researching about a product before buying it through one of the online channels, and 58% selected digital channel as the most helpful touch point for their decision making. And ये वाले stats अपने ऊपर भी apply करके देखें. Whenever you're going to do an involved purchase, be it small, medium, or high value, your level of interest and your level of research varies between different mediums, and you're invariably checking about that product online, either on a social media network or on a search network, or going to the websites directly. So it's what all these stats are telling us is what we already know. Omnichannel is pervasive. It is the direction where commerce is moving towards. And as business leaders, as marketeers, salespeople, business people, we have to work on an omnichannel strategy that works at every stage of it. All right. Another myth that exists among marketeers is that whatever we spend on online marketing is going to result in online sales. How many of us think that way, or at least have that kind of notion? If not intuitively, then when we talk about business, evaluating business results, that's how we think about it, right? ये पैसे मैं offline में डाल रहा हूँ, billboards में, TV में, radio में, newspaper में, and that's going to generate traffic to my stores, and I will have more sales. Versus this is the money that I'm putting in online channels, and that's going to generate traffic to my website and result in conversions from the website. This is the mindset usually we start with, but what we have seen is that the reality is different. The budget or the effort or the amount that you spend on online has impact on both online and offline. And that has accelerated and increased over a period of time as the digital penetration has increased in Pakistan, in metros as well as in non-metros. So that's a big new truth that we are facing right now. And we're going to talk about it. How do we actually now build a connection between a view where online results yields online investment yields online results versus an online investment yields into an overall result? Okay. So now that we have set the stage, and you've heard the panelists before, and you know about this omni-channel shift, let's talk about very fundamental strategies on how we can get the best out of it. For us, there are three key elements or three pillars of a successful, delightful omni-channel experience that is profitable. Number one, as Umair Saab was saying, you need to have an optimal brand presence, right? An optimal business strategy. Forget about omni-channel right now, but on each channel that you operate in. You need to have a flawless offline strategy. So your stores have to be well merchandised, well staffed, have the right customer service and everything. And similarly, your online channels have to be optimized. So your website has to have the right UI, UX, needs to have integrations with payment platforms and logistics platforms, have search engine optimization done, and so on and so forth. So getting that presence right in its own channel itself is the key. Second step is integrating that view together. So you have your offline world and you have your online world. How do you create a single view of that, right? So that you can then do all the segmentation and cross-channel marketing as well as experience. And thirdly, once you're able to do that, how do you optimize your marketing strategy to generate the highest return on investment for you? So let's quickly go through these, and then we'll delve a little deeper into each one of them. First of all, very simple. I think we all know it. How to have an online presence, and that starts with building your digital storefront. For customers and those of you who already have websites, that's a great way to start. Those who don't have are primarily offline. What we suggest is the first step, and very basic. It sounds very simple, but it takes some effort to execute, which is to link and update your Google Business Profile, so that anybody who is searching for you gets to know what is the nearest location that they can reach out to you. And this is a Google My Business free service. You register on that, you claim that space for you, and then you start using that location to serve ads, so that you can generate traffic from people who are searching for you or people who are around that area to come and visit your store. So that is the first and the second step to get yourself online. Now, second is once you've come online and you have your offline presence there, how do you integrate both of these worlds together? And Sadia, would you like to run a survey here or take it from here?
Yes, so we are going to do a short activity. I need all of you to pull out your phones, please. In the air. Phones in the air, okay. So what we're going to do real quick is that we are going to scan this QR code that's on the screen. So the purpose of this activity is that, of course, it will take you to a different page where you sort of enter the major touch points for your customers. Where exactly do you get your customer data as for your business, referring to the company that you work for or business that you run? So where exactly do you get your customer data from or the information from? So you enter top 3, and then we see the statistics on the screen right here. So okay, so just to give you an example of what some of the different platforms that you could be getting your customer data from is LinkedIn, emails, your physical stores or facilities that you have, call centers, anything like that. So yeah. So Amit, do you have the results yet, which you could?
Yep.
Woo.
Yes. So the results are live on the screen, and interesting to see, and also somewhat expected. Website is the most common touch point where you're getting most of your customer data from. There's LinkedIn, so I'm assuming there's a lot of B2B prospecting going on. There's Facebook, so a lot of businesses are present on Facebook, and they're chatting, they're collecting leads, they're talking to their customers. Store is there, Instagram is there, banks, call center, feedback channels, CRM, website call centers, supermarkets. So all the usual suspects are there, right? So these are your main touch points for your customers. And I'm not saying it, you guys are telling us this is where all your data usually is coming from.
So Amit,
right?
I have a question for you here. Now that we have these amazing touch points, and that was a very quick and very fruitful activity, I must say. What exactly do we do with this data now, Amit? Do you want to shed some light on that?
Sure, that's why we are here. So this is a common challenge across all industries, all kind of customers. Usually, we start a business with one of the channels. Either we started online, so we are a pure play customer, like Ehsan Saab's company, Daraz, pure play, or we start off as purely offline business. So we have our stores. And one of the system becomes a legacy system. We are unable to make these two systems talk to each other. Offline CRM का अपना एक world चल रही है, और online की एक अपनी world चल रही है, and they're not talking to each other. This is a common problem across the region and in Pakistan. So what can we do to optimize our marketing strategy so that we benefit from the information that we have on both sides?
That is the million-dollar question that all of us ask us when we come and meet you, when we come and meet our customers. And that's what we're going to talk about today a little bit. So I will start from how Google Ads can help you with that and what impact it has. So you have your budget that you are going to spend, or your effort that you're going to spend on marketing. And you think of consumer journey in two ways. So there is an online consumer journey at the top, and then there is an offline consumer journey at the bottom, and somehow they're interlinked, as we saw in the beginning. And when you have to calculate your return on ad spend or return on investment, the most obvious way is to calculate through one of these routes, either the online route or the offline route, which is more difficult to do it in offline, but online is slightly easier. But if there was a way that you could calculate both of the efforts that you're putting in together and combine the impact of these, how wonderful that would be, right? And that would give you the real ROI of your business. And that is where our next big reveal is, that Ali and Sadia were talking in the beginning. This is our beta product that we are also now bringing to the Pakistani market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Okay. So this is the big reveal that we were talking about earlier. I mean, this is something that Amir says, and I want to believe you, Amir, when you say that you have not introduced this to anybody in the Pakistani market yet. And it has to do with omni-channels. So this is the first time that you hear about it. I mean, and of course, Amir, once you are done explaining the product, you tell us, what are the next action steps that these people here can take to sort of make optimum use of the product that you're just going to talk about. Please continue.
Thank you. So yes, Sadia, this is the first time we are sharing it en masse. If you're already done it with one of your Google account managers, Ali, please give a gift hamper from my side to the folks who have already done it. Bravo. But this is the first time actually we're sharing it in the market in a mass news. So the product is called Store Sales Direct. Now, the most beautiful thing about this is you don't have to solve the challenge of combining your two CRMs yet. You can use this product without doing that, because this product will enable you to do that, and then try to make sense of your investment going into online as well as offline. Mr. Dat is going to share with you what you can do one step ahead of that when you combine this. So right after this slide, he's going to share, but I'm just going to take 1 minute on explaining what this product does. And there is a QR code here. You can scan this QR code and it will take you to the page where there is much more information about this product. So what does it do? Let's say your journey of a consumer is somewhere in the middle, and that person, that shopper, clicks your search ad or the ad that you have placed on one of the Google, through one of your Google Ads platforms. Then that person doesn't buy that product online. Just like in most of the cases, that person talks to their friends and gets some other inputs, and then goes to the store actually to purchase that product from your store. So at that point in time, you already have your CRM running there. What you need to do is to capture the information of that purchase in the store using your offline CRM. And that information could be in the form of a phone number, it could be in the form of your loyalty card number, or it could be in a form of your email address, so that it is uniquely identifiable. Once you have that information, you input that information back into Google platform, Google Ads platform, right? So what Google Ads will do is look at all this data that's coming through and match it with the users who had clicked on your ad and tell you which one of these users that bought from your store were actually the ones who also interacted with your ad online. And that through that way, you will be able to generate a total ROAS analysis that tells you that what is the efficacy of your online spend on both online as well as offline. We have a large consumer electronics chain in Malaysia, more than 100 stores across the country. They exactly did this. So they saw that a lot of online investment that they're making is also resulting in offline sales, but they did not have a way to measure that. They use the store sales direct to look at all the conversions that are happening in their offline stores and then feed back that data to Google Ads and see what was the impact. So while that their online to online ROAS or return on ad spend was 5 times, but when they compared the data of all the offline transactions, it turned out to be 40 times in terms of the investment that you were doing. So that is one simple and effective way for you to understand what is the impact of your online investments on your overall return on ad spend. And for that, you don't have to integrate your CRMs as of yet. And you can just use the power of your CRMs in both the platforms to run this. Now, obviously, there are some prerequisites and requirements to do this. If you can, scan this QR code to learn more about it. And if you have a Google account manager, please reach out to them. If not, please reach out to me through Ali, and we can connect you to someone who can help you with that. Now, moving on to that, I will now like to introduce Dr. Dat Lee, who is our partner in Vietnam and helping a lot of customers in Southeast Asia to share how you can actually do one step ahead and connect your CRMs to deliver results. Over to you, to that.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you, everyone. Hello. So my name is Dat. I'm working for the last 10 years in the programmatic advertising and also in the marketing technology in Southeast Asia. So today, I'm proud to bring the use cases that we actually follow up exactly what you are discussing right now and what is the maturity of different enterprise moving forward on the delivering the Omnichannel. Next slide, please. So what we have trying to see in the market is exactly what all the keyword you have capturing is like a website data, right? It's in-store data. The third is always about the contact center or the call center or CRM that you are operating. So this is three main source of data that normally happen the conversion, right? The conversion is most important signal in order for you to answering all the optimizations. So and then moving forward, so what the typical challenges that we are helping the client and brands in the market is to unify the customer data across different touch points and connect the data to the existing marketing technology that the client is using, or the more like localized marketing technology. I believe there's some of the market stack in Pakistan also exists, which is very typical we have seen in the APAC or Southeast Asia market. And the outcome, what is Amir is saying, is just starting with the O2O, is like online to online insight, where you are attributing more properly the attribution of the conversion, that every dollar that you invest in the online actually is also impact in the sales in the offline, but you haven't seen it before. I have the many clients in retail, they start to understand that even they put more and more investment in online, but online sale will not happen as they expected, because the customer journey, the purchase experience, they will be happen in online with only particular product. Some of product they will go to offline. So that's the behavior. And then you are having this insight, you optimize the acquisition ad campaign moving forward with the retentions and lifetime value. And you, of course, we are using a precise segmented customer with the high conversion journey and also the product that they are buying. Next, please. Next slide, please. Oh, this is a real case. I think it's very typical in many other market will be the same. We work in the last 3 years with one of the client loyalty and retail in Philippines with the 130 million population market, and they have e-commerce across multiple retail brand, and they have one unified loyalty program which is called Go Reward. And what we have done is, as you know, that the marketing team running multiple performance and branding campaign, driving traffic to the web and app, right, to drive the online sales. And in parallel, they also drive the acquisition to the install app member to become the loyalty member. The question is, if we only look the online signal, which is online sales, online touch point, and in-app sales, in-app touch point, we've been missing 80% of conversion happening across more than 1,000 mall store in the mall across Philippines. So what we have done is we unify all the data lake of the transaction offline and also loyalty data of the app also on the card base in the store in order to unify one single customer view and answering the full funnel attribution, which is when the one user click on the ads and they install the app, Go Reward app, we are mapping the source where they came from, what the campaign is bringing this user, and what is the app flyer ID and device ID that belongs to this member. And we are mapping with the mobile phone and loyalty ID. After that, 7 days later, 30 days later, and 2 months later, the people going online purchase, going offline purchase, they engage with different redeem earning point. And all data is merged together. And now you understand, I have put $1,000 in order to acquire this bunch of the user. And after 7 days, this user actually purchased a certain amount of $100,000 in offline and 10,000 online. And then we realize what content and what is the campaign tactic, what the campaign structure actually driving these high conversions, high value customer. So this is how we continuously optimize the outcome for different target of the segment, and then the result is to uplift the average basket value in 15% and the revenue uplift is 20%, which is revenue is coming also from the retention customer, which is from existing customer revenue, not only from the new customer. This is how the omnichannel marketing operation will driving. So next slide, please. So this is, I give you the one step of the 10 important touch point of any retailer and omnichannel customer and services will be will be kind of related. So any campaign will start, for example, you acquire digital campaign ads and people click on the first your ads and come to the landing page of campaign. In this moment, actually, you already know that this user, what is the intent is, because this user came from certain ads keyword, right? You know what they are searching or what the campaign is. And after browsing the certain information, capturing in the website what they are interest, they are opt-in in the form of campaign or register the account. Even in this moment, the system will allow you to understand what they have recently browsed, what the intent is, and what the campaign they bring in. So in this different signal, you're able to send the first already related or personalized email to saying thank you to Ami, to welcome to our platform. This is all the product that you might interest, because this something that we capture from the user preference. And moving forward, waiting the Ami to go offline, they purchase in offline, and the same mobile phone have been captured, or the same loyalty or email ID have been captured, that will be unified back to the same Ami that have bring in 2 weeks ago from the paid search campaign. And then every time when Ami haven't bought in next 7 day or 30 day, system will automate sending the communication to remind and suggest Ami to buy the next product. And when Ami coming to online or either offline, the product will going with the more preference. So, and this is how we want to encourage the marketer today. You have very challenging world today in order to, in this zigzag kind like journey, to capture them in the right journey, right? You need to be there every moment. Every time when the consumer is appear, you need to understand who they are and what they want. And then in every touch point in the zigzag journey, you can optimize the conversions. And in the ultimate goal, you are always optimizing the lifetime value of your customer. It's not just the cost acquisition of one single customer. So this is how from the anonymous user you are driving traffic, convert to the first purchase, and they make the first customer purchase to be retention and be loyal. This is how the omnichannel marketing today is operating across the market. Thank you, Amir. I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Dan. So, Amir, do you want to add something?
No, I just want to say thank you. I think it's very clear. It's a complete journey, and there are steps and pillars to it. And I hope this was beneficial to the audience today. Thank you.